Yes, guys, this is Nitty Lass, and as you're seeing on the screen now is my combat record, and yes, everything is at 0. I have nothing, no combat days, hours, anything at all, along with weapons, attachments. I have nothing, and for the reason that is I have jumped ship. Yes, I have converted over to the PS4. Now, there are a lot of reasons behind that, which I will be going through on this video, as well as catching up on the news with the PlayStation and Black Ops 3 and whatnot else. But yes, I have jumped ship, and this is my first gameplay on the PS4, and I've got to be honest with you guys, I found it very, very strange. I really did. I've been playing Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One since the day that it came out, and jumping onto the PlayStation 4, I mean, the graphics are very nice and whatnot else, but the controller, there's nothing wrong with the controller, but trying to get used to it after playing on the Xbox One for such a long time is more like muscle memory and everything else. But my God, it just doesn't feel quite the same, especially like I had a scuff and my panels on the back, and now trying to play with this, it just doesn't feel natural. So you'll see me play a bit conservatively, not do too well, missing a few shots here and there, but I just had to fight through it, try and unlock some guns. That's the biggest thing. I have absolutely nothing, really don't. But the reasons behind it, guys, and while I have done it already, I mean, the main thing is Black Ops 3 bringing out their beta first on the PlayStation 4. Now, that was big news for me. I mean, we all pretty much seen it coming, but you know, that was a big thing, and especially now it's coming out in August. Now, for me, I want to get used to the actual console. I want to get used to the controller. I want to be able to play it, you know. So I thought that the better thing for me to do was, if I'm going to go, I might as well just go now. I mean, I was a bit annoyed because I wanted to reach Grandmaster, but you know, I felt this was the better option. I really did. So I have jumped ship. I mean, like I say, the beta is the biggest thing for me. It really is. Being a Call of Duty channel and being a lover of Call of Duty, I want to be able to play it first. Yes, if I was a bit richer, or maybe had a bit more of a crazy head, I would have kept my Xbox One. I could have had both, but I think it caused too many arguments in my house, so you know, we'll swap that one out. So I'm going to play that one first, and then when it does go to the Xbox One, I will be borrowing the boy's console from upstairs, because he's sticking with Xbox, so I'll be able to play on both of them anyway. So that's not too bad, but you know, it is one of those things. And like I was saying, jumping back to the controller thing, I mean, like, this is not just me that is going to be affected. It really is. I mean, they had that Eric Hillsberg for Activision. I mean, he was saying at the E3 and whatnot, I was saying, like, you know, they're going to make this actually work with PlayStation 4, that, you know, they felt this was a right decision to be moving forward. But they also did say about, like, esports and that. I mean, like, with it transferring over and that, I mean, like, there's great players on both consoles and whatnot else, but everyone's going to be using, like, pretty much a PlayStation 4 controller. Now, that's a big thing for a lot of players, because the sole fact is that when you're playing with one type of controller all the time, you get used to it. You really do. And then you swap to that other controller, and it just doesn't feel quite the same. So it does get a bit of trying to get used to it. So I think it's going to affect quite a few players, not just me. I think a lot of people will be jumping to the PlayStation 4, especially the pros. You know, they want to be trying to make sure that they can get used to that controller before they're playing in tournaments and whatnot else. But I mean, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, like, after the E3, it is big news. This is meant to be the new home of Call of Duty, according to Sony and whatnot else. So it's a big thing. It's a big step. So I'm thinking that this was the right time to move, just to make sure that it could get ready for Black Ops 3, like I said. But, I mean, it's not just Call of Duty as well. I mean, there seems to be a lot of games on the Sony that they feel like, especially now that publishers are looking at them first, they really do. They feel that they are more popular than Xbox One. Whether they are or not, I mean, they do sell a lot more units compared to Xbox One. There is no doubt about that. But that's saying that, though, this is Microsoft's pretty much answer to all of this by Aaron Greensberg, is by the fact that, you know, they know they were expecting me. I think everybody was expecting it. There's no doubt about that. But the thing is, though, is the amount of players that play online, and I mean, like, on Call of Duty. Now, people who play Call of Duty and that, I mean, from what I know and what, you know, the figures and stuff like that, a lot of people seem to play like Call of Duty more on the Xbox One. Now, I'm not 100% whether that is true, but these are the things that they are saying. I mean, with all the units that are sold for PlayStation 4, I mean, I don't know whether that is true or not, but I mean, a lot of people are diehard fans and they love their Xbox One and playing on Call of Duty. But also, another thing like they were saying that brings with Xbox One is the fact that the new Halo's coming out, the new Gears of War's coming out, and you're only going to be able to play them on the Xbox One. So if you like your first-person shooters and, you know, you want a bit of a break from Call of Duty, you know, Xbox One has still got a lot to shout for. And especially with that new controller that's coming out. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, with the new controller that they got coming out, the Xbox One Elite, I mean, you got interchangeable parts, you can swap round stuff, trigger stops, you know, you've got a lot of things going on there. And even with the scuffs and, well, they got new ones coming out for the Xbox One, but the problem is that the PlayStation really doesn't. Now, it doesn't affect the games as such. I mean, it's a pretty even playing field, because I mean, like, end of the day, everybody's got the same type of controller. If you want just the odd panels on the back, you can do, but you know, there is that little thing with Xbox as well. You know, you can do all this with your controller, whereas Sony, you can't. I mean, the controller pretty much the way it is. I mean, with Scuff, you can get like the little panels on the back. You can change the discs and that, but you can't get no trigger stops or anything else like that. So, you know, I don't really like that. Do you know what I mean? I quite enjoyed having all those little extra bits on my controller, but on the other side, I mean, at the end of the day, all the other players haven't got it, so I suppose it doesn't matter to a certain extent. But it depends on how you want to look at it, guys. But you let me know in the comment section below, or contact me on Twitter about whether you're jumping ship, whether you have both consoles, or whether you're just a PS4 player you're thinking it's about time that they have reached us. But as you can see, it wasn't too bad of a gameplay. Struggled a little bit, a few corners there, but got there in the end. But as you can see, coming on my screen now is my subscribe button. If you could please jump on that and come back and check some more videos, and if you could drop a like on this video and support my channel, it'd be absolutely amazing, guys. This is going to be Nearly Last, and I'll catch you later.